my Aries, and welcome to your March 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me with watching this video. I don't know why I always mess that part of the greeting up. It never fails. It doesn't matter how many times I do this video. I always get the greeting wrong, but that's cool because guess what? I'm happy that you're here, okay? So let's go ahead. Oh, happy early birthday to my March Aries, okay? I know I have a lot of March Aries friends. You guys are awesome. So happy birthday to you guys. And, you know, we share a birthday month. I share a birthday month with Aries. So you guys are some of my favorite peeps, all right? Let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay? Oh, also, before I get into the reading, I just want to let you know that, if you want the extended reading, when this is done, there's a little eye for information that's going to be up on your screen. Let me see if I can get this right. It should be like over here somewhere. So if you want more information about how to obtain the extended reading, it's either you can click on that icon or you can look in the description box below for the link. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the card that represents your current energy for the month of March is the Chariot, okay? So what is the Chariot? The Chariot is a card about having control, right? The card of not rushing or wanting to rush into something, okay? With the Chariot, it's like you want to go full speed ahead, but, you know, everything is about balance, yin and yang, right? So the Chariot is about tempering that balance. So in your present energy, it's possible that you have a new relationship in your sights, right? There could be somebody new that you're interested. When the Chariot is here, that can indicate that someone is feeling guarded, okay? They have their guard up. Chariot represents the sign of Cancer. So you may be dating a Cancer, you may have met a Cancer, or your spouse may be a Cancer if you're in a relation, you're in a marriage. Okay, so if not, someone has their guard up. That could be you, or that could be the person that you're dating. Okay, someone is very focused on you right now, okay, for some of my Aries, and you just might want to question their intent, okay? When the Chariot is here, it's about a hint of caution, right? It's almost like proceed with caution. So if you are dating someone new and you're not quite sure about them, just keep that eye out on them because they may not have the best intentions, and that may be why they're coming towards you so aggressively, okay? And that may be why you have your guard up. Okay, for others, it just indicates that maybe things are not going the way that you want them to go right now, right? Because once again, the Chariot is all about control. So if you are in a relationship or if you are in a marriage, it's almost like who's in control right now. Okay, I know Aries, you guys tend to like to be in control of things, but you know, maybe you're trying to regain control of yourself or a situation when the Chariot is here. Okay, let's move on to what your challenge is for this month or what's crossing this energy. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Okay, I'm sorry, yes, the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands can indicate that somebody is doing all the work in the situation, okay? If you're in a relationship or a marriage, one of the partners is doing all of the work, and that may be you, okay? So you feel like, you know, there's some type of a burden on you. You feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Or if you're in a relationship, it seems like it just seems like there's a lot of problems right now. And maybe that's what the Chariot is. Maybe the Chariot is a pause in things, okay? Because you're trying to decipher through all your problems. And it's almost like the weight of your problems is going to cause the relationship to just crumble, okay? It can be a temporary break in a relationship. Okay, so right now there may be nothing happening because there is a break in your relationship, okay? Somebody might be taking a time out. Somebody might have walked away. Somebody is just like fed up, okay? And they're gone. So let's go ahead and see what your past energy, what you're coming out of. And we've got the Empress in reverse, okay? So the Empress in reverse can indicate, indicate a few things. The Empress in reverse can represent someone who is promiscuous, okay? Someone who is manipulative. As a wife or a mother, she can sometimes be considered neglectful. And when I say that, if she's a mother, she may be a really good mother, but to the neglect of possibly her husband, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? She focuses on one thing and to the detriment of other things. This can also indicate a mistress, all right, or someone who's considered a trophy wife. And this is also someone who may possibly use sex as a weapon, right? Because the Empress knows how appealing she is. She knows that people want her. She knows that people find her attractive. And sometimes, especially in the the reversed position, she may use that to her advantage and manipulate people to her will. Okay, so if there's a situation where, you know, there was another person in your relationship, or there was an outside person, or there was a mistress, then that may be the reason for the pause that we have going on right now, Aries. Okay, and you know, the challenge is to, if you are in a committed relationship, the challenge is to not let these problems or the issues, whatever they are in the relationship, to not let them basically break you down. All right, let's go ahead and move on to your future energy. What are you guys moving into? You're moving towards the Eight of Cups, okay? So some of my Aries, you are moving towards a break, okay? You are moving towards a breakup. This is moving away or walking away from something that's unhappy, an unhappy situation. This can also indicate that you're leaving the past behind. So this may not necessarily be a breakup for everyone. For some of you, this just indicates that, you know what, you're fed up of dealing with these past issues, and you're just going to move forward towards a better place, okay? But most likely for some of my Aries, it is a breakup. It is you moving away. This can also indicate healing after a breakup. So if you are going through a breakup now, then you're moving towards healing from that in the future, okay? If you do break up, this Eight of Cups can also sometimes represent a temporary breakup, because usually with the Eight representing infinity, it's like the person leaves, but they probably will come back. And I think, Aries, you have gotten the Eight of Cups a few times, so some of my Aries are in a makeup and breakup type of situation, all right? So it just seems like you're going through another round of, you know, breakups right now. Let's go ahead and move on to what you want, Aries. And you get the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So you do want to heal from a breakup, okay? So for some of you guys, you absolutely are going through a breakup, or you have gone through something and you want to heal. Okay, if it's not a breakup, you want to heal from past hurt. You are ready to move on from feeling like this, okay? Feeling betrayed and just hurt and stabbed in the back. You're over it. You're ready to move away from that. All right, now let's move on to what your internal factors are for this reading. And we've got the Lovers in reverse. So Aries, what's going on? You guys are, this just doesn't feel like typical Aries energy. This feels very, very heavy. It's like something has happened that's caused you guys to really be reflective, okay? And even if it's not reflective to the point where it's self-reflection, it's just reflecting about how you feel right now and knowing that you don't want to feel this way any longer. When we see the Lovers in reverse and your feelings and internal feelings, you know, this can also be sometimes subconscious. So I feel like there's a situation where maybe some of you guys equate your self-worth to being in a relationship or to your love life, right? So if things are going good in love, you feel great. And then if there's issues in your love life, you feel really bad. You feel down. So it's like right now, you're down on love with this Lovers in reverse, okay? For others, this can also just solidify that there is a temporary break going on. You still have a lot of love for this person, but things are just not going the way that you would like them to in the relationship at this time. Okay, because the Lovers is still a card of, you know, a karmic connection, soulmate. So in the reverse, you know, it can just, sometimes it can speak to a kind of naive viewpoint on love, right? Thinking that love is supposed to be always good, that love is supposed to be a certain way, whether that's like the fairy tale type of love that we see in movies and TV, or, you know, it could even be something as like gender roles, right? Thinking that men are supposed to be able to do one thing and that women are supposed to be a certain way, or vice versa. And so when the lovers is in reverse and your feelings, it's like you are questioning your beliefs at this point. You know, what do you believe about love, and how has that led you to where you are now, which is, you know, looks like you're not very happy at all right now, Aries. Okay, I'm going to move on to the advice for the reading. And we've got the Two of Swords, okay? The Two of Swords actually is in the reverse. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's upright for me. So it's upright for you. I've got to put it upright for you. All right, so with the Two of Swords here, the Two of Swords is basically saying that you need to look within for guidance, okay? Look within for answers. Don't attach your self-worth or your self-esteem to outside factors, right? What do you want in love? Look within you. It's not about maybe what someone's offering you if this Chariot is someone coming towards you, okay? And it doesn't matter if someone's coming towards you if you've already got issues that you need to deal with now, because all this person's probably going to do is just compound on that if you're already in a situation where you're already dealing with your emotions for somebody else, okay? So with the Two of Swords, it's like, see things for what they are and not how you want them to be. All right. Don't try to force things also. So if this is your energy with the Chariot because you want to move into a new situation, you know, sometimes we have a tendency to move towards something that's new and fresh in order to help us feel better about what's going wrong in our circumstances in our life, or what has gone wrong. But you may not want to do that, because I think that's just going to cause a little bit more confusion. Right? You need to really take some time. It's like you need to step out and step away from the situation to gain some clarity from it. All right, so that may be what your break is about. You just need to step back from the situation a little bit to see, okay, do I really want to walk away from the situation, or do I just need to gain another perspective on the situation? All right. The next card that we're pulling, or that I'm pulling, is the external environment. And you get the Seven of Cups. All right, Aries. So it looks like someone is selling you a dream, okay? Someone is presenting themselves as one thing, and that's not what they are. So here with this Chariot, with this pause, with this caution, you have every right to be cautious if you are dealing with someone new, because that person is not, they're wearing a false mask. All right. Now, for my couples that are going through something, I feel like with the Seven of Cups in the external environment, someone in this situation is not seeing it for what it is. And it might be you, Aries. It might be you really not grasping the full scope of what this actual situation is. Okay? And so for you to be so disappointed, it seems like it's almost like someone had been pulling the wool over your eyes, and you're kind of like in a little bit of shock right now. All right, but you're trying not to dwell on it. You're trying to do whatever you can to move past it, but you just want to be careful, like I said, that you're not moving from one disappointing situation into another disappointing situation. All right, everything is not what it seems right now, so it would be the best thing for you to take a break, maybe from everyone and everything. Take a break, take a step back, and just see things, see how things play out for a little bit, instead of trying to push forward into new territory, right? Even if it's a reconciliation, even if it's you trying to get over the issues that you have in a current relationship or a committed relationship, sometimes you just need to pause to make sure you're actually addressing the issue and you're not just glossing over it with the Seven of Cups energy, okay? Now we move on to your hopes and your fears for this reading, and you get the Sun card. So you hope that things turn to a more positive direction, okay? You don't want this, Aries. You guys, you know, whether you are the person who is on the receiving end of you know, whether there's cheating going on, whether there's outside situation, whether it's just constant like issues in the relationship, you guys are not the type to dwell there, okay? Aries is a really like, what's new, what's next, what's going on, okay? What's going on, is that it? Let's move forward, okay? Either we're going to make this work or we're going to not make this work, but we're not going to sit here and continue to argue and discuss the same things over and over and over again. You guys are not about that. So what you want is to move to a place where things are more positive. You don't like for your love life to be in the shambles. No one does, but there are other signs that tend to take a lot longer to process the pain, to process the disappointment, right? So it's almost like they're living in it for a little while. Where Aries, you're absolutely not about that. You want to move forward. You want to move on. Some of my Aries, you might have your eye on someone who is a Leo also, okay? That's what that Sun card can represent. Okay, and so let me see. I haven't really called out any signs in this reading other than Cancer and a possible Taurus or Libra. There's really not too many other signs going on right now. So it could be that you guys are interested in a Leo. Who knows, okay? Now we move on to the outcome for the reading, and we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. All right, so your outcome is basically that you are ready to see what your options are. You're recognizing that you have options. You're ready to move on. You're ready to leave the past behind, okay? You want to get things back on track. You want to just move on and move away from whatever this disappointment is, okay? For some of you, you might want to meet new people. So for my singles, I feel like there's a situation where, you know, you're tired of the same old, same old. However things have been going. And this is a theme. It's like every reading is coming down to the same thing. It's about moving on from the past, right? Moving on from past habits, from patterns, from whether it's picking the wrong person or staying in relationships that don't suit you for too long, whether it's not being your true self and therefore you're not able to attract the kind of love that you want because you're really not being open to it. So whatever the case may be, Aries, you're right now, the outcome of this reading is that you're moving away from whatever these difficulties are, okay? Whether that's just moving on from the pain of the past and starting new within your relationship, or whether that's moving on from the actual relationship itself, or if as a single, if it's just moving away from a viewpoint, a way of thinking, or a pattern of behavior that has left you to the point where you're feeling or you're fighting giving up, right? You're fighting like this breakdown. Okay, so basically this is like you proceeding with caution. All right. So Aries, that is your reading. I mean, I can reiterate your yearly snapshot for you, right? Your yearly theme. I do have that video up. I'll link it in the, it'll be, how do I do that? It'll be up here somewhere. Aha, there we go. It'll be up there somewhere if you want to watch that video. But for Aries, you got the Temperance in reverse and the Moon card in reverse, okay? So Temperance in reverse is about finding balance in your relationships of all kinds, all right? And it's also about paying attention to the role that you play in your relationships and the situations that you're in. So, you know, once again, yeah, you want to move away from the hurt, but look within to see what you contribute to the situation. We can't always blame other people and other circumstances for what's going on with us, right? We have to take accountability for our own actions. All right. And also you've got the Moon in reverse, which means that deceptions, right? Your fears, it's about trusting your instincts. So with the Empress in reverse, that represents a time when you were not trusting your instincts. So Aries, in this situation, the very first thing I said to you, right, is to trust your instincts about whatever it is that you feel like you need to be cautious about or that you have your guard up about. All right, because absolutely there's a lot of deception going on. Okay, the Seven of Cups represents deceptions and illusions. So you need to slow down. I know you guys like to, you know, always be in motion, always have something to do, always be doing something, but you need to slow down because you don't want to continue to wind up in situations where either people are using you for whatever that may be, or people are manipulating you, okay, which is different. Someone using you could be just as simple as using you for sex or using you for dates or using you for, you know, money. Manipulating you is actually, you know, in a sense, controlling you, right? And we go back to that sense of control. So getting you to do things the way they want you to do it based on, you know, their actions or their whatever it is that they're saying that they need from you, or that whatever help that they're requesting from you. Or even something as simple as, you know, someone who knows that you don't like to see them cry. Oh, I know this person doesn't like to see me cry, so I'm going to cry, and then they're going to cave on whatever it is that we're arguing about, and I'm going to get my way. That's manipulation, and that's a form of negative control. All right, so you don't want to continue into situations like that either, Aries. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go into the extended reading. So if you are interested in the extended reading, like I said, up here, there's a little icon that explains to you how you can obtain the extended reading. And I hope you guys enjoy March. I'll be back with your April readings probably in a few weeks. All right, Aries? So you guys take care. See you next video. Bye.